Welcome to Literary Insights, where we break down the best-selling novels and movie adaptations in just 7 minutes. In this episode, we dive into Camino Island by John Grisham. We'll take a quick look at the book's impact, the key themes, and how the movie was received by critics. Whether you've read the book or are just curious about the story, this video gives you everything you need to know in under 7 minutes. Camino Island by John Grisham made a strong impact in the literary world, quickly becoming a bestseller after its release in June 2017. The novel spent weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, a testament to Grisham's continued success in the suspense genre. Readers widely praised the book for its gripping plot and departure from Grisham's typical courtroom dramas. While professional reviewers had varied opinions about its tone and pace, the consensus among readers is highly favorable, with many appreciating the book's fast-paced, mystery-driven narrative. On Goodreads, the novel holds an average rating of about 3.7 out of 5, with readers split between those who enjoyed the escapist nature of the story and others seeking more depth in character development. Now let's dive into the book. The novel centers on the theft of 5 priceless manuscripts of F. Scott Fitzgerald's original works from the Princeton University Library. The thieves, a group of professionals who break into the library using precise, military-like tactics, manage to escape with the manuscripts. These papers are valued at around $25 million, making them a prized possession for any book collector. The heist is the first major event in the book and sets the stage for the entire plot. After the manuscripts are stolen, the novel shifts to focus on Bruce Cable, a charismatic bookstore owner on Camino Island, a small, idyllic community off the coast of Florida. Although Bruce appears to be an ordinary bookseller, it is hinted that he may be involved in the black market trade of rare books and manuscripts. His network of wealthy collectors and his intimate knowledge of the underground book trade make him a key figure in the investigation. Though his role is initially kept under wraps, the FBI and a team of experts are tasked with recovering the stolen manuscripts. However, their efforts seem fruitless, and after months of investigation, they are no closer to finding the manuscripts. With no leads, they turn to a more unconventional method, hiring Mercer, a young writer struggling with her career and finances. Mercer, who is dealing with writer's block and has recently lost her teaching position, is approached by a private firm working with the government to assist in recovering the stolen manuscripts. The firm wants her to infiltrate Bruce Cable's life and uncover whether he has any connection to the stolen items. Mercer is initially reluctant, but her financial situation forces her to accept the assignment. She is sent to Camino Island under the guise of reconnecting with her roots. She spent her childhood summers on the island and is familiar with the area. Her real mission, though, is to gain Bruce's trust and gather enough information to confirm or deny his involvement with the manuscripts. As Mercer becomes more entrenched in the small-town life of Camino Island, she begins to befriend Bruce and his circle of eclectic literary figures. Bruce, ever the charming and enigmatic figure, reveals some of his rare book collection to Mercer, although he is careful to never show her anything incriminating. The relationship between Mercer and Bruce deepens, and she begins to struggle with the moral dilemma of betraying someone she has come to respect and perhaps even admire. In the meantime, Bruce's carefully constructed world begins to show cracks. One of the thieves involved in the original heist is caught, and the pressure mounts on Bruce and others in the rare book underground to stay ahead of law enforcement. Tension builds as Mercer digs deeper into Bruce's world, leading her to discover that he is indeed hiding the stolen manuscripts in his bookstore's secret vault. Eventually, Mercer finds enough evidence to implicate Bruce, but the moral dilemma weighs heavily on her. She must decide whether to turn him in, fulfilling her obligation to the authorities, or keep quiet and protect the man who has become a friend and mentor. In the end, Mercer does turn over the information she has gathered, leading to Bruce's arrest and the recovery of the stolen manuscripts. The investigation concludes, and the manuscripts are returned to Princeton, marking a triumph for the authorities. However, in the novel's closing pages, we are left with a sense of ambiguity. Mercer has published her long-awaited novel and is finally experiencing the success she longed for, but the personal cost of her actions weighs on her. Bruce, who was always one step ahead of the law, manages to secure a deal that allows him to escape any significant punishment, though his life on Camino Island is forever changed. Mercer's role in his downfall, while justified, leaves her questioning the ethics of her decision and the true cost of success. As the novel concludes, the reader is left to ponder whether Mercer's actions were truly justified. Was Bruce's involvement in the black market book trade enough to warrant the betrayal of trust? Was Mercer right to place her own career and financial security above the personal relationship she formed during her time on Camino Island? In closing, Camino Island is a tale of theft, intrigue, and moral ambiguity. Grisham departs from his typical legal thrillers to deliver a narrative that examines the rare book trade and the lengths people will go to secure their success. For viewers of this literary review, what are your thoughts on Mercer's decision to turn Bruce in? Do you think she made the right choice? Or should she have prioritized her personal relationship with Bruce over her obligation to the authorities? And what are your thoughts on the ending? Do you feel justice was served? Or did Bruce's light sentence leave you wanting more closure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when we upload our next video. Thanks again for joining us today.